Interior offensive line, and you group them guards and centers.
Yeah,
in this
I
one.
did. I did not go all the way and go 5 centers, 5 guards.
Yep.
I just kind of went interior O-line here. Guard, I want stout. I want
big ass.
I want big ass.
Yep.
I want straight ahead explosion. I want more, ability to block in space, get to the second level, pulling guards, and I want to be able to see what I would say the hips rolling through.
Absolutely. What about center?
I think the center and the best centers are like the twitchiest O-linemen on the group. The most athletic guys, really.
Kelsey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Creed Humphrey.
My goodness.
They can put their bodies in awkward positions.
I think this starts off with the fun one because it's the classic great talent. Can he play tackle at the next level?
Right.
You have him in a tier of his own.
Yes.
At guard.
Right.
And I think a lot of NFL teams are evaluating this the same way. Number one for you.
Yeah, Peter Skoronski from Northwestern, right? To me, and again, he could play left tackle in the NFL.
Sure.
He can, but it's just not ideal. He could be like a multiple all-pro at guard.
Yep.
That's what it looks like. Probably the best get off of anybody in the whole draft, right? And not only like good get off, but like great job pad level, like you talked about before, always low, always driving, right? An elite athlete in all areas. I mean, it doesn't matter. Great feet to adjust on the fly, really can do whatever he wants in that department at a high level. He's a no-brainer type of player. I mean, it's high floor, high ceiling. His power is real. Aggressive hitter, incredible leg drive on contact. He can play left tackle, but it's not ideal. Arms are not long enough, not big enough overall, man. He is the perfect guard, has all the tools to be the perfect guard. Second level, like I talked, ideal, all of that. And his technique, even at tackle, was very good. I mean, it really was. He's in good positions almost all the time. He's a can't-miss prospect, and as I said, he's Zach Martinez, Joel Bentonio, whatever, but definitely a top 20 pick. At guard, we can play him tomorrow.
Sure.
He can start for you in the NFL. Let's go. Tackle, all the tools are there for this guy. He can do everything. But, I mean, he just is playing one-on-one basketball out there at tackle. I mean, there's no technique. It to me looks like it'd be a lot of work, and there's some lots of reps that are gonna have to be done, for him to get some of these things down in the tackle department. I mean, he's just doing whatever. I mean, he's
getting in the way as much as he can.
He's side running and crossing his feet over as a left tackle against pass rushers. So, yeah, there's some plays there that are underwhelming in that department. But it's not a strength or an athletic issue, or it's certainly not a tough issue. Sure. I'll put him up there with Skoronski as far as I want to knock your head off in the run game and block you that way. That's where I love the guy. I got a little bit of like a Tyler Smith feel from this kind of guy where, it's Tyler Smith last year. It was, I think it's just a little too raw at tackle. We got to play him at guard and he'll kill people, right? That's the same way I felt with this guy. Really good looking, proportionate athlete, right? Got good thickness in his legs. Gets off the ball really well. Dude has great feet. I mean, he's a great athlete overall, like we're talking about.
It's not a knock on Syracuse, but it just felt like kind of an SEC lineman playing for Syracuse.
Yeah, I hear what you mean. I know what it was. He was down and dirty and nasty and physical and everything. And yeah, I have a hard time thinking that he is not an instant starter at guard for whoever drafts him in the NFL. Now, I wrote second rounder.
I think so.
I mean, I think that's somewhere where he is. He's probably somewhere in the 33 to 50 range, somewhere there. But I don't know. If we saw a run of linemen go in the first round, would he go earlier than that? Maybe.
Number 3 is our first actual college guard.
Right. Osiris Torrance from Florida, right? And this is big in power, and the teams that want that kind of guy that, hey, he drives off the ball and he can move. Chris Jones, and it's not the prettiest footwork in the world, but damn, he's big and he's strong. And when it comes to pass protection, always keeps a good base and really is immovable. in that way. You know, like I think like Sean Payton likes these type of guards.
I thought he was Larry Warford.
Well, that's a great way. Yeah, he's got
that's
that
exactly
type
what
of,
I saw.
Right,
yeah.
He's got that type of body and way about him. And I thought for a guard, his pass protection was really pretty phenomenal.
Didn't allow a sack in college.
Okay, I was going to say. I mean, I wrote no one ever. I don't look at this stuff.
Yep.
But I just wrote no one ever beats him really. I mean, he's always in a good position, you know. And if someone does get by him, it's never get pushed back or he whiffed or got dominated. It's like he leaned or just stopped his feet for a half a second and then the guy kind of got by. But, yeah, I mean, from that standpoint, I was, in love with it. And, of course, and then he was a good enough athlete still for reach blocks and get to the second level and do all of that. So this is your big, power, stout-looking guard that's a little different than the other two guys we talked about.
I think he's somebody that could fall to the second round.
I think so,
right?
Probably.
Yeah.
I kind of same range as the guy we just talked about, really. I thought it would be early second. 33 to 50, somewhere in that range.
It's a matter of who wants to get that downhill running game going. Yep. I mean, I wouldn't even rule out somebody like the Raiders at 38.
Sure, he would be their kind of guy. Man, I love John Michael Schmitz.
What's not to love with this guy?
I mean, what? I really did. First off, I mean, he's everything we talked about is for the center position, right? Stout, powerful, twitchy, right? Has a Creed Humphrey type of look I wrote down. Maybe not quite as thick, but it's close. Thick arms, thick upper thighs. I'm into that. Thick upper thigh, yeah, you need that. I mean, like we were talking about, Fletcher Cox is on your ass in a hurry when you're playing that position. So those thighs better be able to handle that type of power, right? But get off the ball, phenomenal. Movement, phenomenal. I mean, I'm paraphrasing it here, but there's no limitations. He's not Tyler Linderbaum, I'm as an athlete overall, but like some of the other guys that you just talked about, or what was the guy the Eagles took last year? Cam Jurgen, Creed Humphrey, like I said, that kind of guy, can make some really tough reach blocks. I mean, they asked, again, Minnesota and most Big Ten teams, they asked their old linemen to do some NFL stuff. So you can really see and let it, translate in your brain a little there. Like the worst thing he does is, again, it's like, it's a stalemate. He didn't dominate the guy there. Okay. So, really nothing but positives to say. I think it's a guy, again, that's somewhere in that same range we talked about the last guys, 33 to 50, somewhere in there.
I think so, too. And we kicked off this conversation when we talked about what to look for in centers. He fit the identity of a center in every single way to me.
Right.
He gets under the opponent's skin.
Yep.
He's got snarl.
Yeah,
he's got bark. He's
does.
almost obnoxious, and you just love it. And he carried that over to the Senior Bowl in one-on-ones, attitude, demeanor. You could see him calling out protections pre-snap on tape all the time.
Yeah.
He's a 3-year starter. I thought he got better every single year. Really interesting background. This guy was actually a quarterback tight end in high school and took some time to put on some weight at the college level before being a 3-year starter at tackle. And now you think he will move to guard, and that is North Dakota State's Cody Mauch.
That's right. Cody Mauch, tall, linear, not real broad shoulders.
No front teeth.
No, no real thickness in the leg that way or whatever. It's not that kind of look as far as like, the big hulking left tackle or whatever else. After a few plays, I was kind of blown away by the guy. I wrote right away. I was like, this guy's not a tackle in the NFL. He's a guard. He's just not big enough or long enough or big enough human being overall. But, super athlete like we've talked about. The drive, the get off the ball, the pad level, I was all very impressed with that. Again, the in-space stuff, very good there. What the dual blocks, it's double team a guy. I got to get to the second level. Plays hard, has a twitchy, a toughness about him and a chippiness that I really like. His feet are really good in pass pro. His ability to mirror is top notch, right? I just don't think he can anchor in the NFL. He's not ready for that, but I think he's a high-level run-blocking guard in the NFL. And I think he's also a high-level, awesome pass-protecting guard. I wrote Joe Tooney. That's who he reminded me of a little bit.
It's a lot of praise.
I know. That's high praise. Exactly right. Compared to a lot of these 1AA guys, North Dakota State, I trust their own linemen. I do. They know how to teach the run game there. They're usually taught like pros. You see a lot of them playing in the NFL everywhere. So I guess maybe that's influenced me a little bit. But, I got him like mid to late second.
Overall, did you like this class of interior offensive linemen? Did you see a good, amount of depth of starters or at least upside? I mean, obviously Skoronski's the blue chipper.
I thought I saw that's where I think I was a little disappointed. I thought I was going to see some more high level guys maybe. But a lot of guys where I went, man, there's a lot of traits here to like this guy. He could be a starter in a few years. It might take 2 or 3 years. You got to work on this, whatever. But that's where I was impressed. Yo, thanks for watching, homies. It's the off season, but there's no off season for us here at Unbuttoned. Me, Ahmed Fareed, we're going to hit all the stories. So hit subscribe for us, okay? We got a ton coming up. My draft prospect rankings, my Simms top 40 quarterback countdown, and videos of me and NFL QBs playing catch and talking about their development and mechanics. Again, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. Peace out, homies. See you soon.